Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make a winter root vegetable and squash soup. So our root vegetables are going to be our carrots, potatoes, and sweet potatoes. What I have here also though is our Kabocha squash and our butternut squash. These two I had in the freezer frozen from a previous recipe that I was working on. And we are trying to go over how to use up our frozen ingredients that we have and how to create a new recipe using what we have in our pantry. So in our pantry we had these small white beans and our barley, and so we're going to make this beautiful soup using up ingredients we already had on hand, and of course some beautiful fresh thyme. So let me get everything mise en place and I'll show you how to make it.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you.
I have my large saucepan over medium-high heat, and to that I'm going to add in our tablespoon of olive oil. And we are going to saute our onions first until they are light golden brown on the edges, and then we'll add in our carrots. So we'll start off with our onions. Our onions have a nice golden brown on the edges, so now we're going to add in our carrots. And we'll cook those until they're tender. Here are our white beans. We've got them in the pot, a lot of cold water. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to boil it for 2 minutes. Turn it off and let it sit for 1 hour. Then we can drain it and we can put it into our soup. Once you see that your carrots are nice and tender, now we're going to add in our celery. Get those sauteed until they're tender too, and then we'll add in the rest of our root vegetables and squash. Everything's nice and tender, so now we're going to add in our sweet potatoes, and we'll saute those, our potatoes, our butternut squash, and our Kabocha squash. And we'll stir all of that up and saute that for about 10 minutes. I've been sauteing that for about 10 minutes now, and we're going to add in our 2 bay leaves and our 8 cups of chicken broth, and then also 2 cups of water. I'm gonna get all of that in. Now, if you don't have this chicken broth stock, you could also just do chicken bouillon. Okay, so we're gonna now add our 2 cups of water, and we wanna bring that to a boil. So let's come to a boil, and we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. We're gonna add in our 8 sprigs of thyme and our ½ cup of barley. And we want that to come back to a boil and simmer. We're gonna let that cook for about a ½ hour. This has been simmering for about a ½ hour, so you can see that the barley's plumped up. And now we're gonna add in our small beans and get that in. We're gonna continue to simmer that for another hour. If you notice that the liquid is reducing, you can always add in 2 cups of cold water to it, but I do like to keep this cooking, and I like the flavors to blend, so I am gonna let it simmer for another hour. Here is our beautiful winter root vegetable and squash soup with the white beans. This has been simmering for 1 hour, and now I'm gonna serve it and try it. Looks absolutely delicious. There we go, let's check this out. Beautiful. There are sweet potatoes, our carrots, potatoes, kabocha squash, butternut squash, small white beans, onions, celery. Yum. That was delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Our winter root vegetable and squash soup is absolutely wonderful. I hope it inspires you to make it at home.
For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Love's YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.